Well, good evening, how you all doing? So we are out on the lures again this evening. Sunday fun day, of course. Normally get a couple of hours fishing in. So we're back down fishing into Langston Harbour. It's another new mark that I've looked at on Google Maps, hoping it's going to hold a few bass. The water looks a bit murky, but hopefully that doesn't stop the bass. So I'm going to get to my mark, get the lures out, and hope for the best. Bring it on. So I don't know if you can see or not, but all the way along here, all the way up, there's a bit of a spit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk out on the spit and chuck my lures to left and right, obviously into the deeper water. I've been down here before and it is pretty firm, so fingers crossed it works out. So you can see the tide rushing out, creating a bit of a tide there, which does look perfect for the bass. They'll be holding up on the right side, I'd expect, but we shall see. We can only give it a go, see what it's like, as it is a new mark, so testing the waters, they say. I'm actually going to have a go here, I think. Bit of weed cover, so what the bass will be looking for. As I was walking up this spit, I just spooked a couple of nice fish in the shallows to my left. So it's looking promising. Let's have a go here. We are casting into the wind, but you never know. It's got a top surface lure on at the moment, hoping to tempt one up. I might try over here actually, because that means we'll be casting with the wind. It's a nice patch here. The wind is howling today, man. We got like 20-mile-an-hour winds. I was hoping this would be a bit showered, but it's not overly. Right, I'll have a few more casts and I'll bring you back if we get a fish on. Well, nothing in the first spot there, so we're going to walk up to where those rocks are over there. I don't know if you can see them. Just hoping there's a bit of slightly deeper water, because there's a lot of shallow weed around this mark, so hopefully in the next spot you might be able to find a bit of slightly deeper water, and obviously you've got the rocks there, so there's a lot of cover for the fish. So we'll walk up there, we'll have a look, see what it's all about. Obviously I'm just out having a little scout around, to be honest, seeing what it's like. I think it'll be really good around here around high tide, or maybe when the tide's a little bit higher, but we're about 2.5–3 hours after high tide now, so we'll see. Hopefully you can hear me alright. The wind is howling. It's quite interesting up here. I'm on top of the rocks right now. You can see the water. There's a nice little gully inside here, obviously on the outside of the rocks as well. Looks quite interesting. I think we're going to give it a good go around here. This is where I wanted to try. We had a taker, first cast. I think this is going to be a good spot, man. See if we can get one. There we go, straight away, fish on. Yes! On camera as well. That didn't take long at all. It's only small, but they all count. Look at that beauty. Happy days. We came out here to scout around, see if we can find some bass, and we did. Sweet. Let's get another one, eh? There we go, another little tiny bass. I'm getting follows nearly every cast. I mean, they're probably only small bass, but it's still great fun on a light rod and a really cheap lure. I might change the lure up in a minute, something a bit bigger, see if we can possibly tempt maybe a slightly better fish. But literally every cast we're getting follows. We're just letting it sit there for a second and then just walking a dog. And most times we get hit. Probably not this time because the camera's on. Yeah, there's potential in this area for sure. This could well be the first spot I've found where it might be a consistent spot. Got another fish on. I changed the lure. I haven't been getting anything for a while, but we've just got another bass. So they are still there, but we are losing the tide pretty quickly. So I don't know how much longer we'll have here. But I'm going to come back down here tomorrow, and hopefully when there's a bit more water, it might be a bit more successful. But I'm happy. I've caught 3 bass, and I think I've found another new mark. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love tugwater fishing, man. It's so energetic, so exciting when you see it splash up behind your lure. I just love it. Here we go. I think we've got a slightly better fish on here. Definitely the biggest of the day. We can land him. Is he swimming towards us? Yeah, he is. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Well, for me anyway. Definitely the best one of the day, if we can land it. He smashed it. Yeah! It's not a record breaker, but that is a lovely little bass. Biggest of the day. I'll take that. Sweet. Let's get him unhooked and we'll get him back. There we go. Like I say, no record breaker, but I am chuffed with that tonight. Just as the bite, oh, very soft there. Just as the bite was going off, we got that little beauty. And a shot back. Sweet. Let's get the lure back out and see if we can get something even bigger. That will be cool. So that was caught on the Fisher's S Petite in the mullet colour. I've had all my better bass on that so far. So it is really a good working lure for me. I've only been out for about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more, but I'm happy that I've caught 4 bass and that slightly bigger one at the end. That was really happy days. But I'm going to come down here tomorrow night, and we're going to give it another shot. And the tide should be a bit higher then, and we should be able to see a bit more. Fingers crossed. So I'll join you tomorrow back down here. Happy days. As I promised, how you all doing? We are back out once again. Obviously the tide is a little bit too high at the moment to go to where we was the other day, but we're just going to give it a little go here. Have a little wade out, see what we can find, and hopefully in about half hour or so's time we'll be able to get on the mark. So this is going to be our first cast. Let's see if we get any follows straight away. Be nice to start off the session well. Oh, there's a fish I just spooked there. Don't know if he's going to follow my lure or not. That's quite a big fish as well. No, he's not going to come, is he? Well, we'll have a little walk around here, see what we can find. Hopefully it pays off. So we've made it over to the rocks, just about, and we are fishing in the channel that goes around them. Hopefully we can pick up a nice bass that's hunting the prey. We've got a slightly bigger lure on today, hopefully to get slightly bigger fish. We shall see. New spot. First cast. Fish on. It's not a bad one either. Not a bad one.
Want your thingy?
That's all good. Has he come off? Oh no. Not a bad fish.
Third a pound.
Oh.
First cast.
First cast. Give him a little pull. Oh.
Ah.
I've caught Matt.
I'll go around that way.
There we go. Look at that bad boy. Let's get him unhooked. We'll give you a show. There we go. Look at that beauty. First cast in this new location. I thought, it is good here. Let's give it a chuck here. But we're going to get it back. Go on. Happy days. Happy with that. Second cast. I had another follow. Let's see if we can get it on the third. There's some nice fish out here, man. Hopefully, oh, there we go. They won that lure. Let's give it a little pause. Oh, we're a bit too close now. Hopefully third time lucky. Third time lucky. So we chose this area because there's quite a lot of weed around here. And that's where the bass will be hiding. Come on. Oh, he's following it. He's following it. Oh. Oh, he's on. He's on. Yeah. And we got it live on camera. It's only a smaller one. Oh, but they all count. Happy days. Let's get her on hook straight away. Get her back. Try not to get hooked myself. Just in the lip. There we go. Sweet. Let's get her back out. So we've got another bass on. We've got a bass on. Got a bit of weed with him. He's not too bad. On the new lure as well. Happy days. Let's get the weed off. Happy days. He absolutely smashed that. That's the first catch on this new lure. There we go. Safely taken off. Sweet. We're getting a few bass tonight. There's plenty more out there as well. Let's get them straight back. Boom. Get in. Get quick wash of the hands and we're away. So this is the lure that I'm using at the moment. It's slightly bigger than the ones I've been using previously. I think this one's called a hot belly glass. But I'm getting follows nearly every cast. So hopefully, with you being live, we can get a fish. And not being shy tonight, just going to let it sit there and then walk the dog and look straight away. Probably can't see that, but straight away there's a fish on it. There's a lot of small fish around here, but you just got to get through them to get to the bigger ones. This lure fishing on the top surface is brilliant. I absolutely love it. Can't beat it, in my eyes anyway. But we found some really nice nice marks this evening, which are working. And this is probably the most bass ever I've had on a lure fishing trip. Oh, where's my lure? It's not working right. I think it's tangled up. Right, I'll bring you back if we get another fish on. So there's something down here. I don't know what it is. I can't really tell, but it keeps following my lure. I don't know whether it's a mullet or a bass. To me, it looked like a bass. But it's followed my lure a few times. I've actually seen it come up and it's turned its head at the last minute. So I've just changed the lure to see if I can tempt it with something different. But I'm not going to catch it with this lure because it's all tangled up. How's that happen? Right through the eye. Let's see what happens. There we go. We've caught another little bass. He's only tiny, but they all count. Look at him, how cute. Let's get him back. Boom, straight off. We want your mama or your grandpa. Come on. Oh, straight away. Straight away, come on, take it. Little pause. Didn't work that time, but sometimes when you pause your lure and then continue, they normally take it. But it didn't work that time. We've got a fish on in the shallows. I think it's quite a nice one as well. Come on. This might be the biggest of the day. Definitely the biggest of the day. Come on. That's a beauty. Yeah, a nice one. Yeah. Happy days. Look at that little slab. Sweet as a nut. Let's get her unhooked. Give you a show. That's the biggest of the day. Well, there we go, guys. That's my PB of the day, of the video. I'm well chuffed for that. What an absolute beauty. I was literally just casting in the shallows because I did see a fish moving through. But yeah, absolutely smashed it. First cast. Let's get it back. She's going to go straight back. She's a beast. Probably about £2.
Yeah.
Sweet. Happy days. Well, what a session it's been, guys. We've had a few nice bass tonight. No record breakers at all. But yeah, happy days. I'm well chuffed with how it's gone. And I think I'm going to come back tomorrow. Another day. Make hay while the sun shines, as they say. But we're going to have one more look around where the stone groin is. And hopefully...
Everyone subscribe to the Fishing with Matt UK channel.
And that.
Thank you.
And hopefully get maybe one more bass before it gets too dark. But we are losing light very quickly, so we'll have to be quick. If I catch a fish, I'll show you. If not, hope you enjoyed this video. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care, all.